Hi everyone. Today I would like to discuss in this session about field status variant. What is mean by field status variant? Field status variant controls the fields which appear during the transaction posting. Means during the document entry, different fields are displayed depending on the transaction and accounts used. For example, we can take when posting any expenses or in expenses cost centers a tax information usually required. However, when posting the cash, the same information is not necessary. These different displays during document processing are controlled by the field status variant. So we can take an example for example, if we are posting one expense account, I will show you. I want to log in into SAP system by giving the user ID and password. Initially, I want to show the field status variant, how we will create the field status variant. If we can go with the path or like I can go with the transaction code slash n OBC4 is the transaction code for field status variant. Here, if you observe here, the field status variants are created by 47 users. By 47 users are there they created the field status variant. If you observe here, the field FSTV means field status variant, field status name. This is the 0001 is given by the SAP predefined one as a field status group, and field status group for 0001 description has written over here. So here we will see once what are the field status variants for field status groups. You will see, you can double click in the field status group and you can see here 41 entries are there. Like if you go and see here, G001 is general, G03 like material consumption account, G004 cost accounting, G05 is bank account, so on. It will be having 41 entries are there. So here if you observe here, we can create our own field status variant. How we can create the field status variant means just go back. Yes, this is the predefined field status variant given by the SAP. So we will just select it, and this is the copy symbol, and we will put our own field status variant name. You can put like 4 digits. I will put like XYZ1, and I will change here that field status group for which company you are using. Company code you can give it like XYZ1. This is the reference. You just click enter. If you press enter, you can see here that entry one of the entries to be copied as dependent entries means is telling that we are copying from 0001 predefined SAP, and we make a name for a field status variant XYZ1 Z1. So all the fields which are the field status groups which are assigned to this 0001 is copied to the XYZ1. So you just click copy all. And if you observe here, if I have shown you the 0001 field status group, 41 entries are there, no 41 dependent entries. So that 41 dependent entries are copying to our own field status variant name as XYZ1. So its system is telling that these are the entries should be copied. So we want to copy, just press tick mark here, enter. So we will see here that what are the 41 entries are copied to this XYZ1 or not. So if you can see here that 41 entries are copied. So just we copied it. And what we have to do is we have to assign this field status variant to our company code. So how the field status variant play a vital role, what is the use of field status variant, I have explained. So field status variant controls the fields which appear during the transaction posting. Means transaction posting means if you go for example GL account, that is the one of the transaction posting, so we call as a document type SA. While posting the GL account, if you have to do the transaction for example expense account I taken. For that expense account slash n FS00, I will show the GL account first. So this is to create the GL account. We are already we have created the expense account, asset account, income account, and liabilities. So we have grouped it. Under this group, I have taken as a rent account as 3000 named. So I want to show you that is the expense account, profit and loss account comes under the group. This is a short text is rent account. If you go and see the control data, so these are the things we have to mention. Go to create tab and field status group means like what are the field status group which we have copied and we have sent to this company code. It comes under here, or whatever the 41 entries are there, the system will show the 41 entries, and based on our requirement, client requirement, we will make sure that the field status group should be given. So here I am giving the G001 means general text. So I have saved it. For this rent, I have given the field status group G01. What is G001? How it will impact during the transaction posting, we will see. So what we will do is like we have created the field status group in OBC4 slash n OBC4. We can see our field status group what we have created, and we have copied from predefined 10001. No, so what we have given the name XYZ1. So if you see here, XYZ1 will appears. XY, I have created just now XYZ1. Yes. So if you see here, we have created one field status group as our own field status group. We'll see where we have created. We will see here. Yes, just we have not done we have not saved that. That's the reason it was not showing. Again, I want to show you once again that the predefined one, 0001, I am copying and I'm putting the name like XYZ2 and press enter. Just a copied all. 41 dependent is copied. So before I have not saved it, that's the reason it's not showing. So I want to save right now. With the transport request it was saved. So what we have to do is like can see the XYZ2 and what are the groups are copied from 0001. You can see here these many groups, 41 dependent entries are copied to XYZ2. So we will see, come back again and we will see by giving the T code OBC4, press enter and go to the position, and you can give here XYZ2 what we have created right now. We will see. Yes, here it appears. Just select the line item and field status group which was copied from 0001 to XYZ2. These are the fields was copied. So I want to show you that we have created one expense account, like GL account rent under the group of expenses, under the group of expenses. So I have given the field status group G001. So if you go and see here, the G001 is the field status group, and you double click here. This is the, if you see here, field status XYZ2 group Z001 general text allocation. Select the group. In general data, if you double click here, so in general data, the available assignment number, text, invoice reference, these are all the things it's available. This system is telling that where suppress means hide, required means compulsory mandate to fill required entry, optional means whether your will or wish, if you want to give any attribute over there you can give or not. So these are the three options is available for each and every individual data. So if you want to put the text as required entry, you can just save it. So I will show you that how it will be impact on posting of transaction. I told you, field status group controls the fields which appear during the posting of transaction. During the posting of transaction means you can go with the slash n FB50. This is like posting of GL account, or else you can go with the, yes, you can go with this, the end user screen. You can go with the accounting and financial accounting, general ledger GL we are posting. So document entry FB50, double click here, and you can see here this is the header data and this is the line item display. So in header data what we will give is the document date is nothing but we can call as a invoice date. So I am giving today's date, And posting details the same, currency is INR, document type system has given that SCM is GL account document type. Here in line item, what line item should be debited and what GL account is debited and what GL account is credited, we have to see. I am going for the rent account, the GL account number I want to see. Here what are the GL accounts I have created under this company code, it will show here, so you can easily identify what GL account you want to debit it. So I want to debit the rent account, you just give here the debit, and how much amount you have to debit means I can give the account to the invoice. I'm debiting the 5,000, and I'm paying rent through bank. So what I have to do is like bank account will be there. You can see the bank account. This is the bank account we are having 1,000. So if you give 1,000, it should be credited. So every debit there should be a corresponding credit. No, so you have to give credit. So what we are doing is like we are posting one transaction GL account as a document type SCA. What we are posting means we are posting the expense account as rent is debiting and bank is crediting means rent paid through the bank. So just this is the entry I want to show you. Just keep press on enter. Yes. So if you observe here, this has came like text is suppressed. So what we have done is like the text was suppressed. So that's the reason text is not showing. If you want to put as a text as required over there, so the text should be required. If the entry while this field, if you kept blank for the text means it throws the error that the required entry should be filled over there. So if you observe here in OBC4, we have to go into OBC4 and we have to test it. Yes, what is our like yes, if you observe here, like this is the company code, which company code we have created for TS40. For TS40, what's the field status variant was given, we have to see. So you have to go with the I have told you that how to create the field status variant from existing predefined one 0001. We can name it as our own variant, and whether the entries are copied or not, we have seen. But if we assign the same physical so field status variant to the particular company code, it will reflect. But here we are into TC. Yes, TS40. So if you observe here for TC40 company code, which field status group was assigned, we will see /n OBC5. So if you observe here and go to the position, give your company code TS40. So here you can see that what's the field status variant TS40. So what is the TS40? We will see by field status variant. I will use the field status variant as TS40. So yes, if you go to the position, go TS40 over here and press enter. This is also copied from 0001, and we have assigned this TS40 physical field status variant as for the company code TS40. So here if you observe here what we have done the one entry, but the thing is like it was suppressed, so it was not able to ask to fill this required entry. So we will see where it was suppressed. So if you go and see here, this is the field status groups which was copied 41 dependent entries from 0001. So we can see individual G001. In G001, general data is there. In general data, if you observe here, text is suppressed. So that's the reason it was not taking as text. It was hide. So the document, how to post the document, you just go come back, and if you want to put it as text as required, you just go to the field status variant and you have to put at a tick mark as required entry. So in that way we can do it. The fields, what are the fields is necessary to post while posting the transaction. For suppose if you want to hide the value date, how can you hide the value date? You just go to this and go back, and you can see here in additional account payment transactions, there you will be seeing the value date. Value date is optional, so it's optional to give whether your will and wish. If you want to give the value date, you can give, or else there is no use. So in text it was completely, it was what to say, like it was hidden. There is not showing, so it was suppressed, hide. If the value date is optional. And assignment column, if you want to put the assignment column as um, optional, it was already an optional, so you can see here in the assignment like it's an optional, so it's showing that whether if you want to give in a value date, you can give. Likewise, what are the fields which are available in GL or any like AP, AR, the text, whatever the fields in the line item will controls by the field status group. Means like field status group, it will be having three options. One is like for every fields we can maintain only either of following status. Means like we can maintain the these status only. For these are the fields which appear during the posting of transaction. That's why we are called for the field status groups control the fields which appear during the transaction, which try during the transaction means whether it may be a GL, whether it may be a AP, whether it may be a AR. How it will be comes means it, while creating the GL account, we will give that particular GL account, we will give what are the slash n, I will show you again, slash n fs double 0. So we, while creating the GL account, we told the system that this is the field status group to be used. So this is the field status group, this the control having here in this field status group individually. Like these are the for every field we can maintain only either of the following status. One is suppressed status. Suppress is nothing but if this is selected, then the particular field is hidden. Means that particular field is nothing but a, this is the posting of transaction, this particular field text is hidden. So in the document while posting business transactions, required status shows what shows the, if this is selected for a field, then it is compulsory to give the information in the field. If you go here and if you give the required as assignment, so you have to give in assignment column. In assignment column, it's very necessary and mandate. If you won't fill this and if you enter means the system will throw the error that this is the required entry to be filled. So what is optional? Optional is nothing but you can see here, this is the optional button. So I have put the assignment number as optional. Optional means that is selected for the field, then the field is displayed in the document, but we may or may not provide the information in the field. Okay, based on the GL accounts, all the fields were categorized into 41 groups. So I will show you that fields. Here, if you observe here, this is the G001. You will be having 41 field status groups, which was copied from 0001 predefined, and we have created our own variant and we have assigned to the company code TS40. So if you observe here, these are the 41 dependent entries which are available for the GL account. You can see, you can avail these according to the requirement of the client. We will be giving the field status group over here. In short, the field status variant controls the display of fields to be entered at the time of posting the transaction to GL account at the time of document entry. It is mandatory that every company code should be assigned with one field status variant. For this purpose, we can use the field defined field status variant, or we can define our own field status variants and we can assign to our company code. This is about the field status variant, how to create the field status variant, how to how to copy the existing predefined given by the SAP 0001 field status variant and copy to our own field status variant and assignment the field status variant to company code. And after that, the creation of the GL account, we can see the field status group and it will appears what we have copied, the 41 dependent entries over here. You can see and you can avail according to the requirement for this particular GL, and it will be control having like you can go with the control like this. So in OBC4 you can go with the field status variant what you have created, name under the group 001. The data will be general data, additional data and payment data. In posting of transaction, if you want to see such type of transactions, required control should be suppressed, suppressed display or option, you can do it over here. The control is here. In general data, the text will be there. If you want to put suppress, if you want to put required, if you want to put optional, means you can do it. Likewise, every individual, they will be having additional account assignment also. In additional account assignment, the cost centers will be there. If you want to put a required, the cost center should be, while posting the transaction, you should give the mandate field over there. In payment transactions, these are the payment and due date. If you want to put a due date as required, it's mandate to fill. Option means your will or wish. Like that, so many attributes are there. Based on that, you will keep the as per the requirement of the client. We can put as suppressed or like display or optional. They will be control in the during the posting of transaction of particular document type, and it will comes from the GL account creation, the control. So this is about the field status group.